The definition of growing up is often marked by the moment you realize that the bacon you have for breakfast comes from the same animal as everyone's favorite character, Peppa Pig. Ever since I made the realization, I never looked at a piece of bacon the same way. What was once a living being, loved by a little brother, a mummy pig, and a daddy pig, now rested lifeless on my plate. So I catch myself thinking, maybe I should become a vegetarian. Who am I to decide the fate of an animal's life? But after the first bite, that thought quickly fades away. To think that moments before I was considering giving bacon up for lentils and tofu, what a mistake that would have been. But now that I'm well past the acceptance stage in the grief cycle, I thought I'll dive in a little further to see how much bacon can be made from Peppa Pig. The first step in answering this question is to figure out Peppa's height. A couple of years ago, there was a meme measuring Peppa at 7'1". While this would make Peppa terrifying, it wouldn't be breaking any records. Big Bill, the largest pig in history, weighed in at 2,552 pounds and was 9 feet long. But to make sure of Peppa's height, I decided to do some math. In this frame of Peppa and George, they're directly underneath what seems to be an apple tree. The diameter of an average commercial apple is 7 to 8.5 centimeters. Stacking these apples next to Peppa, her height will be roughly equivalent to 5 apples, making Peppa 42.5 centimeters tall. This obviously can't be right, and it's possible that the fruits weren't even apples, since it wasn't explicitly mentioned in the episode. So I watched a couple dozen more episodes, and in Playing Football with Peppa's Friends, Peppa is standing next to a soccer ball, and I went through the same process again, about 2 3/4 of a soccer ball tall. The diameter of a size 5 soccer ball is around 9 inches, so that would make Peppa 2 feet tall. Once again, it seems a bit off. What am I doing wrong? What am I overlooking? Perhaps it's a subtle message from the writers showing how little we as the viewers value animal life, comparing Peppa to just a couple of apples or balls. Then I realized something important, something that could explain all of the inconsistencies. Peppa Pig is a show for kids. So I ignored all the math and I'd come across an official Peppa Pig theme park site that stated Peppa is actually 3'9" or 1.1 meters long. The website doesn't specify the species of pig Peppa is, but if we use the height and weight of a Yorkshire pig, we can estimate the weight of a pig with a length of 3'9" to be around 160 pounds or 72 kilograms. Bacon is typically made from pork belly, which is usually around 10% of the total weight, giving us around 16 pounds or 7.2 kilograms of pork belly. Depending on how it's cured, it can gain weight by 4% or lose weight by 15%. Most modern bacon production undergoes wet curing due to it being faster. If we add this extra 4%, we get 16.64 pounds, or 7.48 kilograms of bacon from Peppa. A generous slice of thick cut bacon is 65 grams raw. If we divide that by the total amount, we get 115 slices. A Baconator has 6 pieces of bacon. Since one piece of bacon is nowhere near a generous slice of thick cut bacon, we'll make the conversion of 3 pieces of bacon in the Baconator equivalent to 1 generous thick cut slice. So from Peppa, we have enough for 57.5 Baconators. For the final question, how much would this amount of bacon cost? The average price for a pound of bacon is around $7.2, which will result in $119.80 for the bacon of Peppa. But keep in mind that Peppa isn't your average pig. We have evidence that Peppa has access to grazing, and to piggyback off this point, Peppa is able to take transport to other places, which would qualify for free range and free roaming. Unfortunately, there's evidence to show that Peppa has taken some sort of injection, so we cannot claim the bacon as free from hormones, antibiotics, or organic. But due to the popularity of Peppa and the limited supply of one, it could easily be priced much higher. So what can we learn from this? We often consume food mindlessly, without a moment of thought for the journey it took to reach our plates. From attending school to riding bikes, feeding ducks and flying kites, Peppa had gone through a lot. Peppa Pig, you might not be with us anymore, but your spirit will live on. So let us not say goodbye, but rather thank you. Thank you for the bacon.